Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this week's Pantheon Podcast. All I can see on my image is Sushi grinning like a mad woman. My name is Darko3, the host of the Pantheon Podcast, and this week there's only a few of us. We have AJ on production. How are you doing, sir?
I am doing very well, and yourself?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm glad I'm not doing production stuff again. I was doing EGL production stuff again yesterday, and I want to hang myself.
Well, that's because Ozboss wasn't up to standard, let's be honest.
Ozboss just needs to upgrade his PC, man.
Hashtag blame Ozboss.
Hashtag blame Ozboss. We also have with us the lovely SushiNur. I'm just gonna keep calling you SushiNur just because I know it annoys you.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I have it in my hair, as you can see. I got it cut like this week, so yay!
Hello, Bologna.
Thank you. Bologna cosplay coming soon.
Bologna cosplay. And this week we have two guests, both quite well known in the Smite community. Not quite, who can I say? Ex-fats. No, I don't think anyone's fats levels of known in the Smite community. But yeah, we have two people notorious among the Smite community. Have a lot of dicky questions to ask them later on. It's going to be great. And we have the grand dFreddyy. How you doing, sir?
That would be me. Hello, everybody.
And we also have Dandy. How are you doing, sir?
Hello, I'm doing great. Thank you.
There we go. So this is the Pantheon Podcast, the show where we occasionally talk about Smite, but usually get sidetracked to quite an extent. We usually stop talking about Smite entirely and start talking about random crap. So, for those who do not know, Dandy and dFreddyy, could you tell everyone what it is you do?
Freddy, go first.
I don't really do much, but I like to think I do. I pretty much make memes, shitposts on Twitter, and all that.
I would like to point out that you came up with the meme build everyone started using.
That is true. That's probably my biggest contribution to the Smite community. I made with credit the meme build that people nowadays don't really use. I don't know why.
It's just bad.
It's not bad. It's actually pretty good. It's the best one.
It's the build.
You go Desktop into Boots. Nowadays you go Bluestone into Boots. Power Boots. Then you go Soul Eater, Ichabod, Executioner, Rage, Deathbringer. Then if you want you can sell Ichabod for like Malice or Golden Bow or whatever.
To be fair, I do use that build a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like I made it so it's good for trades, but like you do no damage. I guess that's why people don't like it.
I sort of like it on gods which have unusual steroids like Hui.
Yeah. I'm actually a big fan of Hi-Rez build, the one he used on what you call it, Super Regionals. Even though it doesn't have Soul Eater, like I'm a pretty big fan of that. Wouldn't say I'd use it, but yeah.
Alright, and what is it that you do?
I just shitpost, basically. I don't do anything.
He also types while on stream.
Yeah, well yeah.
Yeah, very loud typing.
Yeah.
Dandy.
Oh,
Have you got a mechanical keyboard?
Yeah, I do.
Clacky,
I will
clack, clack,
turn
clack.
it down.
It's fine. So what have we got on today's show then, Darko?
Okay, on this week's show, we've just had our introductions so everyone knows who we are. For those of you who don't know, actually, me, Sushi, and Andy are casters for EGL again. Yeah! This week's show, we will have the discussion about this week's patch notes. They weren't that big. We did have a new introduction of Chiron, however, the great teacher. We've also got a little bit of esports news, and by a little bit, I mean that's a fair amount on our list of things to go through, but we'll go into that when we get there. We also have this week's god discussion, which will be Amazenkab, the Mayan god of beers, not the beers!
Not the bees!
Huh?
You took that joke away from all of us.
I know, I had to. One of us has to get there first, you know.
Yeah.
And we're just discussing the usual topic of how to build them, what they're good against, and what they are terrible against. And then we've got upcoming in the Smite community. There's not a lot coming up, but we will be discussing Hi-Rez's new release game, or it's just now in closed beta, if I remember, which is Paladins. And I think most of us here now have a key. I was going to ban discussion on it this week because I didn't have a key. And,
I got you one.
And then Sushi managed to find someone kind enough to give me one. And then we've also got a few questions for our two lovely guests. I don't know if lovely is the word for these two.
Thank you.
But it's always good to flatter your guests. So, yeah, shall we get into the patch note discussion then?
Yes,
Let's
we
go.
shall. of course, there wasn't that much going on in this week's patch notes. There was a lot of skins introduced. Some of them good, some of them bad, some of them haven't even been released yet, and those are the Odyssey skins, which were teased. But the one big thing in this patch that did get implemented is the introduction of Chiron, a hunter that's not going to be available for the Super Regionals, but will be available in time for the Smite World Championships. And honestly, right now, I don't see him being played at Smite World Championships.
Yeah, he doesn't really look that good, does he?
I don't even know what his abilities do, so...
Alright, so for those of you out there who don't know, let's go through his abilities. His passive, Herbal Medicine, I believe it's called, he collects a Poultice every 12 seconds, which increases his healing by 10%, up to 3 stacks. And every time he uses an ability, that one of these stacks gets consumed, and he heals the lowest health ally in the region for 30 plus 5 per level over the next 5 seconds. His first ability, training exercise, I believe it's called. He warns allies in the area about what's about to happen, cleansing them of CC. Remember, it's a cleanse, and it doesn't give them CC immunity thereafter. It's like a Geb shield. After a while, it explodes, dealing damage and crippling enemies in the area for a second. Next, on his ability, his second ability, he passively marks people with auto attacks, and can activate the ability again to fire seeking arrows at them, which will slow them. Once you are marked, he reduces your protection by 3%. Next ability, Giddy Up, he dashes forward, knocking up minions and knocking back enemy gods. He can auto-attack whilst charging. And finally, the Constellation Centaurus, he goes into his Constellation form, can fire 3 long-distance shots, which will also passively mark them for his second ability. He cannot die during this ability. If he were to die during it, he instead is allowed to fire all the shots until the timer runs out. And if he does get a kill, he doesn't die. Instead, he gets revived with the amount of damage that he dealt to that god.
I saw the ult. It looks really nice, and the way he has that star figure thing.
For Constellation.
Yeah. Constellation.
Yeah, English is hard.
English is hard. I'll give you that. I mean, his abilities themselves are actually okay. I guess his training exercise would probably be better with a cleanse, but then he'd be ridiculous. And with his Giddy Up, he can actually fire while moving, which is pretty cool. But I don't know.
Well, my issue with the god right now, and the reason why I don't think he'll play the Smite World Championships, is because he doesn't have an inherent steroid.
As well, yeah.
Gods like Neith don't have an inherent steroid as well. But what they're good at, when they don't have a steroid, is they're good at the early game. They can dominate the lane and just snowball from there. Chiron can't, in my opinion.
Yeah, it doesn't really give much.
His wave clear is akin to that of Nox, let's say. The fact that, yes, it will do damage to the wave, but it won't fully kill them until you've got it up a few levels. Which is what most of the ADCs do. Neith, on the other hand, who I'm going to be comparing him to a lot, can clear the wave at about level 2, with backflip and detonate with a Spirit Arrow.
Yeah.
As well, pretty much his damage in a 1v1 is a pretty hard to hit combo. Like, you need to hit you 2 to slow them, so that you can guarantee your 1. And not even that does a lot of damage. And then he doesn't have a steroid. So like his 1v1 potential isn't even that good. Then the next team fight is like he kind of suicides in. Like he uses his Vamana dash. It's pretty much an improved Vamana dash. Dashes in and then tries not to die by using his ulti. And I guess like if he gets a kill, he's alive for like 2 seconds more. I don't know.
Has anyone seen the interactions of his ulti as well in Kepri? Like, if he dies in the ult form, does the Kepri ult proc, or does it wait until he dies after he's revived from his ult form?
Wait until he dies, because he has 1 HP. It's the same thing with Karl the Ultimate.
Oh, okay, so it just reduces his health to 1 and then...
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Cool.
I could see him getting buffed in the 1 round of balance that they're going to have before the Smite World Championships. Simply to increase the protection removal that he has on his second ability. Because 3%, that's nothing. It's nothing.
It doesn't even stack.
No, it doesn't stack.
Like, if it's stacked for a couple shots, like 2 or 3 shots, so it took them down to like 9% less protections. I'd say that'd be better, but the fact that it's just you hit them once, oh way, they've lost 3% of their protections. Woo.
Early game, that's 1 protection.
Yeah, it's naffle. It's like next to nothing.
Yeah, like Hoagie's 2, his mark, reduces their protections by like, what?
25% at max rank.
Yeah, it's a bit silly.
It's crazy. And then as well, his passive of Herbal Medicine, like, it doesn't do much late game, does it? Like,
yeah.
Early game, fine, like 30 health. What is it? At level 2, you're doing 40 health, and that's fine. But late game, you're doing like what? Actually, +5. That's 130. Yeah, it's 130 at level 20. So I don't know.
He looks more like a supportive hunter. Like his passive heals others. He has a cleanse. Like, I don't know.
It's not. Yeah, it's a cleanse, isn't it? Yeah, not a.
Yeah, he doesn't look like an attack damage carry. Looks more like a solo lane hunter. Like, he's not going to do much damage late game.
Like, I could see him being very useful in teams which do run dual hunter. Him being in the solo lane and then a different hunter in the ADC role.
Yeah.
Would be good. Potentially putting even him in mid as well. Although I think he would get outcleared by most mages, let's be honest.
Yeah, they do have decent damage, and the ones that don't, aka Nox and Scylla, they can get some help with Red Pod or just their jungler staying in lane longer.
Yeah, and he doesn't have that much presence in mid. Like, he doesn't have any hard CC or any burst damage. So I don't know how that would work.
I don't know either.
Yeah. At the moment, I don't think he's Raven level of not playable, but I don't know. I'd like to see him have a little bit of love. It's nice not to see him come out like stupidly broken though.
The thing is, though, what I don't get, apparently he's counted as a healer in the Soul.
Does he?
Yeah,
Cupid doesn't. What the hell?
I thought Cupid did.
I don't
Yeah,
think
he did for a while.
he did for a while, but they removed him because he screwed with the algorithm. So,
Okay.
like, Cupid, while he can heal a lot more than Chiron counts as a healer and Cupid doesn't.
I think all this is due to the fact that he can heal on command, essentially. Like, I need to heal, I fire an ability, you heal up instantly.
Assuming you're the lowest health.
Assuming you're the lowest health.
Yeah, but it's not even that big of a heal, is it?
No, it's not. It's 30 plus 5 per level. To be fair,
Divided
though,
by the gods level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so little.
His
Actually,
heal gets augmented for himself by 30% if he's got 3 stacks, 20% for 2, and 10% for 1. That's only buffing him. There's been 6 Reddit posts about it already.
That passive does let him heal more from Hell. So, like Hell, Aphrodite, Chang'e, Guan Yu, Cupid, they can all heal him a bit more than they would everyone else. If that passive is right. So he'll get 30% extra healing if he hasn't used an ability.
Lifesteal would also be a lot more effective on him.
That's a point, yeah. So, I think his passive, actually, think about it, isn't as bad as we're giving him credit for. But it's good for him and not everyone else after the laning phase.
The thing is, we haven't seen much of him yet. We can't really say, like, we can keep theorizing about how he's gonna be, but we haven't exactly seen, like, high-level players play him in competitive, so...
It's also awkward, but he's come out the same week as Paladins closed beta.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, no one's playing Smite, everyone's playing Paladins at the moment.
Yeah, myself included, Paladins for life.
Yeah, I played a couple of games last night. It's so good.
Forming a pro Paladins team already.
Yeah.
Fernando! Ding!
Dude, Fernando is actually disgusting.
I love playing Fernando. Just because every time I'm playing him, all I'm hearing in my head is a flamenco guitar.
No, every single time I play Fernando, I'm thinking of Ares.
Yeah, he does kind of have that, yeah.
Same.
Spanish Ares.
Well, we'll get more into Paladins later on,
Yeah.
really. I think I want to know about the patch for you guys is which one of the skins that was teased or released already is your favourite?
Jane.
Yes.
I have to say
Dubstep
the
Giannis.
Dubstep Giannis.
Dubstep Giannis does look
At
really
first,
good.
I was a bit dubious because of the American accents.
Oh,
Then I was-
were you quite dubious?
Okay.
No, no.
Wow,
Okay.
I'm making everyone else just go no. Okay.
And I thought Danny and dFreddyy were the ones who were going to be making those jokes.
I mean, no, they actually don't make puns. They make shitty memes, but they don't make puns.
Hey, I
Our
make
jokes
tail
are all
puns.
clearly calculated.
Yeah. Put a
Mine
lot
are
of
just
effort into them.
mine are just off the wall puns. Oh, you know,
God.
just going. Anyway, carry on.
So, my favourite skin is also the Janus one. And it comes out this Tuesday. And I believe it's going to be 600 gems.
That's expensive.
To be
I don't
fair,
know any gems.
Although it's actually got a decent voice pack with this one, hasn't it?
it's got a good voice pack. All the voice lines have been changed. It's got a different abilities. Also, it's got the same ability but different ability effects. Is
Yeah.
what I meant to say.
Yeah, the Unstable Vortex looks really
Yeah.
good.
And also his base model, whilst it stayed the same, it's got a bit more features on it. Like the shoulder pads that he's got, the 3 shoulder pads, they sometimes bounce out like music's swerving through them.
That's cool.
So, in all, 600 gems,
Yeah.
I could see it being worth it.
I'd say it's worth 600 gems more than the Ragnartasker skin is.
Definitely.
The Ragnartasker skin, 400, 500, I'd say it's fair. But with the Yana skin, 600, it meets all the requirements for a 600 skin.
Too bad I can't get it because I don't have any gems.
Feels bad, man. Maybe we should see if we can convince EGL to pay us in gems.
That would be really hype.
Especially
I would
considering
like
I've been
gems,
having
too.
to do the damn production for 2 weeks running. For free.
God.
I make myself want to kill myself for free every week. It's like, what?
That's good.
So, to be fair to everybody out there, there is going to be one last round of balance changes before the Swipe World Championships. They said they were happy with the state of balance going into the Super Regionals. Dark Eye seems to disagree with that on one key issue.
What, you mean like Souls 2?
Souls 2, it actually does about the same amount of damage that most mages' main abilities do.
Yeah, but it's got like a 3-second cooldown.
Because it's a wave killer as well.
It's crazy how much damage that thing does, though. Like, because I think my main issue isn't that, like, if it didn't proc, like, certain effects, I'd be okay with it. But because you fire your 2, and because you've activated it, it triggers Polynomicon, and that's an augmented basic, so it procs Poly. You hit them, and you get Soul Reaver proc as well. You hit them, and you get Demonic Grip proc as well. But so much that happens, and at late game, you can... Well, I know in most mages as well, you can basically one-shot, but, like, Soul in, what, level 5 or something, she does obscene damage. That's my main issue with her. Like, if they just lowered her 2 or a little bit, or made it so it didn't proc Poly or
As long
stuff.
as they do that after I've mastered her, that'd be great.
What mastery have you got on at the moment?
Like 35 worshippers.
Is that it? Wow.
Yeah, I don't play New Gods. I haven't played Ratatoska yet.
Wow.
You
Oh my
haven't.
god.
No.
Oh my
Wow.
god, Danny, you disappoint me. I'm sorry.
To be fair, I haven't played Xingtian nor Kefri yet.
I have
My
like
God,
Xingtian
boys.
almost ranked 2 because he's elite
Oh my God.
ranked.
I've seen a
Yeah.
couple of people have a Shinten ranked diamond already.
I've seen, like, what surprises me the most is I've seen people with a Raven X. Like,
Dude,
why
Raven is
would
good.
you do that to yourself?
Raven is actually
Raven is good. I enjoy Raven.
Raven is actually good, but
I love him.
I couldn't.
he needs a 1v1.
Yeah.
If his 1v1 is fine.
In a team fight, he is useless though. let's
Oh
be
yeah.
fair.
He uses his ult, kills himself. Like, if you're lucky, you've managed to root someone for what, 0.8 seconds? Great.
Like he's a warrior that has the playstyle of an assassin.
Well, we had an assassin, a warrior like that before, didn't we? It was called Nemesis.
Yeah, we did.
And then she turned into an assassin.
Dude, that's because they did all these warrior nerfs that didn't want to affect Nemesis too much, otherwise she'd be completely out of the meta forever.
Well, as well with, I mean, Nemesis when she came, I don't think have we had a god that's, no, I'm going to say Soul. Have we had a god that's as stupid as released Nemesis, other than Guan? Like, since Nemesis, has anyone been as
AMC
stupid?
release wasn't fun.
Yeah.
Bologna release.
Oh, yeah, Bologna. Yeah,
Like,
okay.
I
Wait,
can
Bologna
name
wasn't
almost
as
every
OP.
release.
Yeah, like Bologna's, considering how like still good she is now, I wouldn't say she was as bad. AMC went from like being the most annoying thing to lane verse to not that really anything.
Well, we're gonna have a bit of a discussion about AMC later on in the show. That's gonna be fun to do.
Release Janus wasn't even that good because no one could hit his portals. Or not, it is
That's
his,
true.
like,
Unstable
shotgun.
vortex, wasn't it?
And
Yeah,
it's
that's
also
it.
because he rooted himself and couldn't aim his through space.
Oh
and
yeah,
time.
yeah.
That was fun.
Free Space and Tim as well.
Through space and time.
The release
And
Janus.
he
That's
wasn't
spelling mistake.
CC immune during it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, I'm gonna try and fire this. Nope, you're
Nope.
interrupted. Try again. Try again. Try again. Let me get through the wall. God damn it!
Actually, didn't we have a similar thing yesterday when on the regionals when someone was trying to use their Sobek's sickening strike and they couldn't. They tried to do it like 4 times and they got CC'd every time.
Yeah.
So you hear it go off and you couldn't actually see it.
That's the worst when stuff gets interrupted by CC or knockoff. It's just like, please.
It's even worse
Like,
when
also
you.
happens to come Bracken a lot as well.
Or
Just
the
constantly
Athena
hear
dash.
you constantly hear there's no way out, and there is way out. Like,
You're
behind me's
stunned.
completely fine.
Yeah, man.
Athena dash as well.
Yeah.
When you
Athena, yeah.
charge it up and then people interrupt it, and it's
then
like, please.
You forget that it's not been charged, so you're there
Mhm.
like, what? Oh no, I can't dash.
And
And then you rip. Feels
Alright.
bad, man.
Going on to the main bulk of today's show, it's going to be the esports news, and this is the Super Regional Special episode. Seems we're not going to talk about that just yet, because there is going to be the Xbox EU qualifiers in Leicester on the 28th and 29th. 4 teams competing for 1 spot at Worlds. Should have come meet us. Me, Darkeye, King Toad, and Ozboss are going to be going. Sushi is still trying to find someone to pay her fights for her.
Yep. I'm
going.
still like, if you're willing to pay for my flight, then like I'm there.
What's
I'm
worse
going.
is it's a last minute flight.
I'm going
isn't it?
to, as far as I know.
Great.
All right, there's going to be a
Yay.
huge UK-based Smite player meetup.
Yeah.
Come on down. It's £10 for the weekend, £5 per day.
It's a pretty good
And-
price.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. At
If-
Leicester.
If you're wondering who I am when you go, if you don't recognise my face, like, come on, how could you miss someone like this glorious? I am going to be wearing a Pantheon Podcast t-shirt. Shut up, Cece. we can't all be Bologna, okay? So,
That's your bad, you know. That's your bad.
well, it's not my fault. Blame my parents. It's all my genetics. But yeah, I will be wearing a Pantheon Podcast t-shirt. So just look for the logo, our black logo on a green t-shirt, and that's me. I'll be the only one wearing it, I think. So,
Yeah, you will be.
unless someone has managed to get a hold of the logo from me somehow. I don't know how they'd get hold of it, but
Probably not.
yeah,
Probably not.
it's just gonna be me. I'm the only one representing. Although I'm also the only person here who's probably got their own YouTube channel on a t-shirt. So.
Oh my god.
I had, as Jesse Cox says, if you want to get big on the internet, you have to advertise like a shameless hooker. So
How many shameless plugs was that in 2 minutes? I don't
it's
know.
enough. It's enough. So there we go. Okay,
God.
let's carry on.
Okay, and we're now moving on to the Super Regionals. They are currently ongoing, so there will be spoiler warnings ahead.
Sushi, have you got your sign?
Yep.
Sushi has a sign. Okay, we're
Yep.
good.
Okay,
I got
so
it,
the
guys.
spoilers are coming up right now. First 2 days of Super Regionals have gone down. 4 results are done, and 2 teams from each region have been eliminated. Enemy have managed to take down TSM 3-1. Cloud9 demolished COG 3-0, and then over on the EU side, London Conspiracy upset the odds and beat Titan 3-1. Paradigm nearly having an upset, having to fight through the 5th game. And they kind of threw that last one, and it's 3-2 to Paradigm in that respect. What do you guys think of those games?
The C9 game, like, I get the second game, COG was trying to do something new, and it didn't work. And C9 punished him for it. It was a good match.
Nemesis support with Hog and Anubis. I was hyped for the Anubis.
Oh yeah, I think the early game they had, like, didn't they got first blood, didn't they? COG.
I think they did, yeah.
I think they
did,
did.
yeah.
I think it went straight on to the Anubis as well, didn't it? So like, what's the? God damn it. Okay.
Wow, you cursed on the show.
What?
What?
XD.
XD.
What?
XD boys.
XD.
XD.
What's worse is they almost won.
Yeah, like everyone's saying the LC Titan game was an upset, and it really wasn't. I was suspecting that more of LC would like choke on LAN,
Yeah.
or, like more likely than Titan to choke at LAN, but it wasn't an upset.
Yeah, because they've never played in LAN before.
Yeah.
But like
Well,
Cheerio plays with more than 100 ping.
Yeah.
Plus he doesn't have arms, and then he goes to land and he has arms and like 0 ping.
He favorited my Mr. Armsman tweet like 3
Yeah,
days after I
same.
put it up.
Jesus.
I felt really happy for that.
Well, the one result that did surprise anybody was enemy upsetting the odds to beat TSM 3-1.
That wasn't it.
I don't think that was an upset.
I think I predicted 3-2 TSM, but it could have gone either way.
I was expecting a bit more of a match from TSM.
Same here.
Yeah.
I think
the
the
roster
manner
they had
which
before.
TSM lost was the surprise to everyone.
Bickham got land nerves really bad, and
He did.
I presume they were like super on tilt with that kind of roster.
Yeah, I would assume so as well.
And after that, TSM's Eonic was doing a Q&A on Reddit.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, that was savage.
That was savage.
That was
The
savage.
comments to TSM's organization in general were savage. But he also said that this roster in its current form is almost certainly going to disband.
Oh,
He didn't say
yeah.
disband. He said there's definitely 100% roster changes.
100% roster changes.
I presume. I think what they're gonna do is
Probably Boosh.
drop Bickham and Boosh, and go back to the name changes or whatever they were when they weren't like after COG Red before DSM. Go back to that, drop the TSM sponsorship, or like maybe I don't know. I presume they'd get kicked after a comment like that or something.
What did they actually say? Because I missed the Ionic stuff.
He said he compared TSM to like an estranged father who just paid them and like
Wow.
wasn't very good at replying to messages.
Actually, I did see their tweet of
Which is very bad publicity.
I did see that TSM tweeted out after they had lost
Yeah.
that they were playing, and Ionic's
it's-
comment of just lol underneath it. That was a great screen cap.
Bickham can solo. Bickham's a good solo laner. I think
Yeah,
they're gonna
he's
drop
really
him.
good.
Mm.
I think
think
they're
he's that
just gonna
good.
drop Boosh because Boosh is gonna.
Oh yeah, Boosh just doesn't want to play. Boosh like he did really well at LAN though, and
Yeah.
his like dress sense is insane.
Yeah, I
love
love
it.
how he dresses.
His,
Did you see his glasses?
His glasses
Dude.
is the highlight of the entire LAN
Yeah.
for me.
It looks like a young Bill Gates, as everyone was saying.
And did
Bush
you
is
see-
really cute.
the previous LAN, Boosh had like a green and yellow and red shirt on. I'm gonna see if I can get it.
He
That would
wore,
be amazing.
He wore a Doge shirt at one point, which is I don't like that. I don't think he should do that ever again. But
Jesus.
Panface won the new SBL level mid laner.
Yeah.
Probably gonna replace him Boosh, I'd say.
Here first, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the in-depth knowledge.
Pantheon one.
I'm so disappointed in the dig game.
Oh my god.
They threw so hard.
So
I was
heartbreaking.
so sad.
That fire giant call was the strangest one to me. Because they had Zeus, they had some good zoning potential. Yes, they were low, but they could have got it and then got out, in my opinion. They had the time and the damage to get the fire giant. Then they disengaged from it. They were low health, they got chased down, and they lost the game off that one call.
Big throws.
Big
Big
throws.
throws. I'm gonna write it here.
Because they were ahead for quite a part of that game.
Are you
They were
gonna
controlling
write
things.
that on the spoiler warning sign?
No. Yeah, there's another side too.
Okay, right. Okay, I was worried that you were going to do a spoiler warning, and on the spoiler warning, say
Yeah.
actually I can't say anything right now because you've not got to sign up.
Oh,
No, we can continue talking.
Just not saying anything relevant to to the matches.
So the two teams from each region that have been knocked out, they have no chance of qualifying for Worlds anymore. They are going to be playing for 5th, 6th place, which will give them different amounts of money depending on where they finish. For the two teams that got through and victorious, they're going to be facing their 1st and 2nd seeds respectively, depending on which side of the bracket they are on. And that's just the game. Whoever wins that set of games goes to Worlds. Simple as that.
really hyped though. What are your predictions for
Alright, so
for
first
these
up,
games?
we're gonna have Envious versus Enemy.
This is
I'm-
not spoilers. I don't have to
Ideally,
sign up.
Ideally, I'm like a massive Envious fanboy, but for tournament's sake, I'd like to see Enemy take a 3-2 and then Envious take the wild card, so like both teams go to Worlds. Yeah, because I really like a lot of the players on enemy, and I think they do deserve it. But
I mean, Incon's a great support.
what?
Hold on. Yeah.
Wrong team.
Wrong team. Yeah, this is what happens when you have enemy and envious. Like,
Yeah.
it gets confusing.
There's
And
an us
eager.
on one
Yeah.
And eager.
and eager.
Yeah.
And Myrmidons.
What?
And Myrmidons.
Oh,
Rip Myrmidons.
Rip.
Oh my god, you see fails in the chat, don't you?
They're still a team, kind of, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, they have Jiffy, so... it's not really a
Jiffy!
team.
Yay!
Yeah, but the the Myrmidons team itself, they're still together. They're going to be playing relegations come the start of season 3. And they're going to be joined by the top 2 EU Challenger Cup teams and 2 teams coming out from a open bracket tournament early in 2016. And we'll get on to the Challenger Cup a bit later on in the esports news as well, because that did go down. The week 8 has finished. Challenger Cup is over. Poolside skins have been won, not by us, unfortunately.
There's more a sandbox as to the sandbox voucher I wanted.
But
Actually, do you want to know the most awkward part about that giveaway?
What?
I was sitting there and there was nothing going on. I went to pee, and this thing started. I came back and they'd just chosen the winner. I was like, what?
Oh.
I was like, what?
Wait. How long do you pee for? Because the giveaway lasted 5 minutes to enter.
Hey, I needed to pee, man. Okay? Needed to pee. I may have also gone and got a drink at the same time. But the point stands, I missed the giveaway.
Hopefully you didn't do those at the same time.
No, I'm not quite that sick.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's the envious and enemy game predictions. Who's going to go through?
3-1 Envious.
Yeah, I'd say Envious wins.
I'd go with that. Although, from how Envious have been playing recently, those last weeks, they were struggling. Like I'd honestly think that enemy's probably going to give them a harder time than we've given them credit for.
I think it's going to come down to how the first few minutes of each game goes. Because
Yeah.
enemy, they've got the belief in themselves that they just took down TSM. They're on Cloud9 right now. Not really.
Not literal Cloud9.
Not literal Cloud9 with Barracuda.
Depends. It depends if they're actually riding Barracuda or not. You know.
Depends if they swapped out or not. Secret roster change.
Secret swapsies.
So they're ecstatic. They are delirious with joy. The fact that they have a shot at Worlds right now. Just one set left. 5 games to get to Worlds. I honestly think that they can do stuff, and webcams have gone for some reason, and it's back.
Can you not?
Yeah, can you not? Because that actually does mess up the overlay.
Dandy, can you not?
Dandy Y.
Dandy, please.
Dandy Plus.
There we go. Okay, it's
What
back.
happened?
Actually messes up the
Let's not talk about that, yeah?
Yeah, let's just carry on. Give it a second. Give it a second, it'll fix back. Technical difficulties. Where's that sign, Sushi?
Well, no, webcam's back. It's all good. We're all good to
Yeah,
go.
alright, okay.
Alright, so the next game in NA is a big one. And this is also going down today. There's Cloud9 versus Eager. The game of the day, the game of the tournament, in my opinion, right now.
I
Yep.
don't even
gonna
want to
be-
predict
Yeah,
that.
probably.
I don't know how you can predict that.
No, they're both really strong teams. C9 are riding a train at the moment because they won the previous round, but Eager are a good team. Really good team.
I don't know. I don't know how to call this one.
Maybe C9 want revenge. You stole a Mega! Give him back!
If I were to say, I'd probably go for Eager to win it out.
I'd probably go for Eager in 5 games.
Yeah, 5
Yeah.
games.
I'm expecting at least. I'm expecting 5 games.
Because even though C9 kind of destroyed COG, I wouldn't be surprised if COG had beaten C9. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm underrating them, but I don't really think C9 are that strong right now. And I think
I
Eager
agree with
could
that.
probably win.
What I'm going to say, and a bold prediction here, whoever loses out of those 2 teams is going to go through the wild cards.
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends. It depends. Because it would mean that they would be Paradigm or London Conspiracy. And I don't know. I don't know if that happens.
Alright, so we already know your predictions for the EU side.
Yeah.
To be fair, the Epsilon versus London Conspiracy game. Let's move on to EU now. The Epsilon versus London Conspiracy game. That's almost a gimme of who will go through. Everyone seems to think.
I just want to see Steefy Beefy solo Ninja Dimmy. That's all I want out of that
I
match.
want to see that. Yeah.
Steefy Beefy.
Like
I'm gonna-
we don't know. Epsilon could choke at LAN. We just
Epsilon
don't
could
know
choke.
that.
Epsilon can choke. I don't think they will. I think they're gonna wipe the tournament. I don't think.
I want to
I
see
don't
them
think they'll
wipe,
drop a
yeah.
game.
So you think?
I think they have the potential to wipe this and Worlds without dropping a game.
So you're
I'll be
expecting
honest.
a 3-0.
That's not fanboy. That's just like they play at such a high. Well, we've only seen them versus Europe, but they're playing at such a high level.
I think against the other teams in Europe, you've got the top teams, and then you've got Epsilon. Like their mechanical level is. I don't think I've seen a team with that level of mechanics.
I wouldn't say it's even down to mechanics. I'd say, well, it obviously is, but they're like, I don't think it's solely mechanics or like even majorly mechanics. It's like they play so well as a team.
Yeah, their team play and the way they pick up fights. Like
Oh,
they
yeah.
know what they know.
Yeah,
what
their
they want
decision making
before.
is incredible,
Oh,
and
very
they
good.
don't make mistakes like very often. that's all.
It really speaks when, for the MVP voting for the region, in each position, the members of Epsilon got voted as the top respective players in their position.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So for your MVP for Europe, you could vote for any member of Epsilon, and that is it. And I think most people are going to go for the man himself, the King Kennett.
The king.
I
Praise.
think I think based is better than adapting.
Ooh.
That's a bold.
Oh.
That's bold.
Yeah. What can I say? I think that's
I
true.
mean, the thing is, like, is based playing on SPL team? I don't think so.
Alright, based solo Captain Twig once.
In a joust.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
happened.
Solana solo Captain Twig also.
Alright, but Solana is a retired coach. He doesn't count. Like, come on.
Oh God, come on.
Nah, dude. Nah, dude.
No.
So we all seem to have the same idea. Epsilon are going to win that tie.
No doubt.
Then final tie coming out from this qualifying process before we get on to the wildcards. Fnatic versus Paradigm. I
Likewise.
I want Fnatic to 3-0 that. I don't think they will, but I think Fnatic are gonna go through.
I've got to represent my man Dazer, the coach, and say Paradigm are going to win that.
I think it's going to be a good match.
It's going to be a great
That's going to be
set of
a
games.
great set.
It depends, because yesterday, Cuvo didn't show up at all.
Yeah,
so
no, he was. Yeah, that was.
He was, I don't know, he was a bit sick in the head. So it depends. If he
Well.
shows up tomorrow,
They have to step up their game.
yeah.
Mm.
Otherwise, Fnatic is just going to wipe the floor. Because Dig should have won that game. Or that set, rather. Like, they were going to win. Then stuff happens.
They got fortunate in
throws.
the circumstances.
Big throws.
Alright, so the 4 teams we have for the wildcards then are going to be Paradigm, London Conspiracy. On the other side we have Enemy, and we said Eager or Cloud9 we're going to win.
That's a tough call.
That really is.
Like-
It's too difficult.
I'm going to go with Cloud9 are going to drop down to the wildcards.
I'm edging. I'm edging in agreement.
So
yeah.
let's just go with that for now.
If that
Well,
happens, and I'd say they're going to be versus Paradigm, like in the final wildcard bracket.
Yeah.
For playing for the spot, I'd say it'd be a C9 victory over Paradigm.
Alright, so
Mhm.
Cloud9 versus Paradigm for the final wildcard matchup. Whoever wins that gets a wildcard spot for Worlds. I see Cloud9 winning.
I want to see London Conspiracy go to the wildcards. Because
I don't.
Well, they will. Well, they're either going to Worlds or wildcards, whether they'll go to the bracket, the final bracket of wildcards.
yeah, to fight against C9.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether it goes
Well,
to a wildcard championship
fight
Or
match.
against-
Eager.
Hmm.
Yeah. In
Oh,
the
I
O-
still-
No,
I
it'd be-
still don't
it'd be
think-
C9 or Enemy, I think. But it can't be C9 or Eager.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm saying like it's either C9
Or
or,
it's Eager.
Eager.
And
That is going to be the wild card.
to be honest, I
No,
don't see any
it's-
EU team. No, if it's C9 or Eager, either of those go down into the wildcards bracket.
No, I'm not saying it's either one or
Oh.
the other.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah. So if I'm honest, I don't think any of the EU teams that are going to go down into the wildcard bracket can beat either C9 or Eager. They're too strong.
Yeah.
They're too
I
strong.
think
There's such a gap among the EU team, between Epsilon and the other teams, that whoever they knock down will have to fight one of the stronger NA teams because they're a little bit closer.
Which is sad, because, EU...
EU hype.
We want to hype EU, but I don't think we can
Hinterman
argue
did
it.
say on Twitter though that whoever got the wildcard spot was not going to win Worlds, and that's why he's going for an NA win on wildcard spots.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's justifying his distrust in the EU teams to carry up the burden.
Well, it's because we're so used to playing with laggy servers. So having a 0 ping suddenly, or like a 1 or 2 LAN ping, going from 100 ping in EU, how'd you do that? We're so used to having lag spikes and drops and jitters, and then you go to a stable environment, and
You
suddenly
never expect your abilities to hit.
yeah.
Yeah, there are also other qualifiers still going on to the World Championship. Chinese qualifiers, they're finishing up very soon. The Brazil regionals were meant to have happened already, but unfortunately a fire at the venue not directly related to the event forced a closure and a postponement of the Brazil regionals. The redo date for this still hasn't come out, but has to be done before January, so it's going to be done sometime mid-December in my opinion. So hopefully that gets sorted out soon. We see who's going to be qualifying from there.
It's probably gonna be in INTZ ints
Yeah.
because they were in the SVC last year as well. So I see them coming up strong.
They seem to have done very well in that region. In terms of qualifying for the finals, I believe they went 3-0 in their semi-final match.
Mhm.
So it looks like we're gonna have INTZ from the Brazil region coming over.
QA3Q is just adorable. His hair is like.
But is it mace to the face levels of hair? Who was it who had the afro? That's Pretty Prime, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty prime.
Yeah. Apparently he cut it off, ripped the afro.
Oh god, no.
Yeah.
Please no. Keep the
Yeah.
afro.
Apparently he got rid of it.
Damn it.
It's like
Alright.
Lassus's beard, although apparently his beard's back now.
Yeah,
So
Lassus has to have a beard.
yeah, man, he looked cool without the beard, but with that beard, it's like the best beard in esports. Even better than Bart's beard, and that's saying something.
I'm not a fan of beards, so.
Oh,
That's
wow.
why you want the show, because
Yeah.
we've got me, Dark Eye, and King Toad all with facial hair.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I don't have it, but I love beards.
I have
Yeah.
lots, don't worry. It's just invisible.
You just can't see it, yeah?
I actually shaved this morning, so
He's got a beard in your heart. Bearded
Oh.
heart.
Nah, boys.
So
Stay
going-
beardless, stay cute.
Going
All
on,
I'm
from
saying.
going on from a chance at this year's Worlds to a chance at next year's Worlds, it's the Challenger Cup! Final week did go by, week 8 is done.
I
and we
think
have
looking
our-
for mid are a strong shot at next year's Worlds.
Yeah, I would say that as well. Not being biased here, of course, but...
Well, let's just quickly go through the results from each region. Coming out of NA from 4th to 1st, we have 3 K-Spot, Team Resist, and the 2 teams that have called themselves a SPL qualifier chance. Risky Behavior and Nelim. Interesting enough,
Nelim. You mean
Neil
Neil M?
I
Neil
always
M.
thought it was Nelim.
But
Like,
it's
they had-
Neil. It's Neil
Yeah,
Ma.
it's Neil
his
Ma.
initials.
They had a
ah.
typo on the Challenger Cup website from week 5, where it was Nelim on the website then.
That would explain why we were talking about Nelim and getting so
Yeah.
many confused responses.
Nice.
So it's, so
Nice.
it's Neil M and Risky Behavior. Risky Behavior came out of the first 5 weeks as the top seed. They won 3 of those 5 weeks as well, and they look set to just take down the competition. They went 5-1 in their group stage. They only dropped a game to Neil M in the final week, and then met them again in the final and lost 3. Was it lost 3-2? I think it was.
Yeah. So, what was it? Neil M were 2-0 down, weren't they? And
They were
then
2. Yeah,
managed
well,
to pull it
we only
out.
have them in the notes here. They were 2-0
Yeah.
down. Win a final frantic game off a bad start and a slight throw from Risky Behavior.
Cypher.
It
A slight
happens.
throw.
It happens.
I honestly think Risky Behavior got a little bit overconfident.
Yeah.
Like, you know when you're two wins up and you're like, we need to get this 3rd win and we're there. Like, and then you start going, oh, I'm confident, I can do this, and then you start making mistakes and you get complacent, and then the enemy team gets something, and then you get something else, and then you lose a team fight, but you get something else, and then so that situation, I think they were a little bit. Risky Behaviour got overconfident in both matches, but they managed to pull it out against K-Spot and just couldn't do it against NLM.
Stuff happens. Stuff happens.
So there's 4 out of the 6 teams already confirmed for the relegations. Denial Esports, NLM, Risky Behaviour, and who finished 8th for the NA region again in SPL?
Who was it?
It was Elevate, right?
Elevate were last.
Elevate. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Elevate.
Elevate. None of us can remember that name, Elevate.
I feel bad that we all forgot that team.
Yeah, we did.
If any of the members of Elevate are watching this, we humbly apologise.
We wish you the very best in the relegations. Does that mean if 5 people in the podcast can't remember the team, but the team's quite forgettable?
I think the team name is quite forgettable, but the players are fun.
The players are all pretty good.
I mean, they have to be good to be able to play in the SPL, let's be honest.
Oh yeah, but I don't think they were as consistent as the other SPL teams.
It's unfortunate because they did manage to take a couple of games off the big boys, including one against Cloud9, even though that Cloud9 game was...
Yeah, but Cloud9 matches weren't quite as oh, look, we won against a fair fight. They won against C9 when C9 were being DDoSed.
Yes.
So it was a 4 versus 5 for C9. So...
Don't forget, for the Challenger Cup, the 4th place team got $1,000, 3rd place team $1,500, 2nd place $2,500, and the 1st place got a full $5,000. Back more to home for EU.
EU boys.
Their Challenger Cup finished on Sunday. Losing Road came 4th. VWS Gaming, the former Moxie squad, they came 3rd. Torpedo, the former Night's Watch squad, came 2nd. And dCypher Esports, formerly known as the Angry Pikachus, took home the bacon in first place.
No bias from you here, AJ, is there?
Absolutely
for
not.
dCypher.
Darzer is Bay.
Darzer is Bay.
He's Bay. He's Bay. He's everyone's Bay. Everyone is Bay.
He lives like literally 30 seconds from me.
You should... Why
Isn't
don't you
he-
go visit him?
Oh,
Wait, does
no,
he?
what? No, he does. There's a place near my college that does Krispy Kremes, and like we were there like 10 minutes apart from each other, getting Krispy Kremes, and I'm actually going with him to the LAN. So
Yeah, he's going to be at Milan as well, isn't he? Along with Chixie.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
like,
with
so,
those two.
so if you were wondering if you wanted to go to the Xbox LAN, there's a lot of names going.
There's
So-
quite a lot of names going.
Drinks.
What?
Everybody's getting shots.
Oh yeah, man. Well, you've got to drive. I don't know what you're
Yeah, I've
talking
got to
about.
drive. I've got.
You bailed on me, man. I was going to give you a place to stay and you bailed.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's because your place is like half an hour away by
It's
driving.
it's
That's a
in
lot
the,
of petrol.
yeah, I know.
Tane, you should go because I need someone to stay with. Even though that's a terrible idea, and I really don't want to stay with you. But
I'm just going to go stay at my girlfriend's. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
But-
Alright.
Anyway.
So, what do we think of the EU Challenger Cup in that final week? dCypher won both their sets 3-2, 10 games that day. And
it's pretty wild.
They were a little bit behind in that final, weren't they, as well?
Yeah.
So they pulled it out. Like, credit to them. Like, I know me and AJ were talking on Skype while the matches were happening. And they're like, let's be honest, there's a chance here that dCypher aren't going to go through. And as much as we like the team, like, there's a lot of matches to go through, and you're going to be tired by the last ones. But they pulled it out. Like, that's a major win.
Especially at the beginning, like in the first few months, they weren't really showing up that well.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
tournament.
that was their first. I'd say their first kind of first seed level play, or like first seed level performance that like deserved a win, and they got it.
Yeah.
So
interesting enough, in the first 2 weeks of the Challenger Cup, they got knocked out in the first round. Both weeks.
That's true. Yeah.
So they had to rely on their 3rd, 4th, and 5th week performance, with the 4th week finishing 2nd, and then the 3rd week finishing 3rd, I believe it was. They had to rely on basically those 2 weeks alone to get them into the Challenger Cup, and they could have potentially been knocked out by men of Aaron in that final week.
Which would have been tragic.
Would have been tragic, definitely.
So, yeah, I'm a bit surprised also that Epiphany Bowl previously Team Bazaar didn't make it through as far as I expected them to, because they're a really strong team and they've been together for so long.
I think a lot of the EU challengers were pretty good teams. Like they were a lot more close in skill level, while compared to the NA. Like NA had some
it's because
like, huge front runners, but EU was
it's
close.
because everyone in NA went to Xbox basically.
Yeah. I mean, we even had a discussion a few weeks ago about the entire Denial roster apparently taking over XGN.
Yeah, that would have been, if that had actually gone through before the LAN, that would have been like the worst thing to ever happen like in anything.
Esports history.
That would have been so dumb.
But it didn't go through in the end, did it?
No, it didn't.
So
I think
what's happening with XGN?
They went to the LAN, like the original XGN roster went to the LAN with that sponsor, but after that, Denial are taking it, I think. I don't really know though. I don't follow the scene. It's kind of a little bit of a...
I only follow it because of Cloud. And even then,
true.
I don't really know much about it.
And of course.
Wait,
The new Elevate mid laner.
What?
I don't think that's actually a thing, but I'm pretty... No, I think he's going to Xbox.
You're starting all these rumours on the show.
He tweeted it, I'm excited, and 2 Elevate players retweeted it.
Alright, let's start another rumour. So apparently Losing Road is disbanding. Or they've already disbanded. I don't know. But their mid laner is looking for team. So they probably did.
Rumors
Wait,
right here.
Is that actually legit?
So
Like,
would
you're
you
not
say
kidding?
that would you say that they're looking for mid?
They are currently looking for mid, maybe looking for team.
Oh my god.
That laugh.
I'm not going to follow up on that, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Which is weird, because they're like an all-Russian team, and they've even got like a Twitch stream schedule. And I don't know, like they got 4th, which is pretty good.
They got 4th, and to be fair, there's an open bracket tournament at the very beginning of 2016, before the spring split kicks off. And you sort of expect the top 2 Challenge Cup teams who didn't make it, i.e. 3rd and 4th, VW Gaming and Losing Road, to be taking those 2 spots in that tournament.
No. I would say neither of them will be taking the spots, because the reason EU Challengers Cup didn't have as many people as it maybe should have done is because like people got screwed over by Hi-Rez in terms of roster locks, and people just didn't care. Like so many people didn't care because they weren't like aware that it would count for qualifying. So like it doesn't have the best players it could right now.
Yeah. And then halfway through they said, oh yeah, but that. It's gonna count for next season.
Yeah, that screwed over a lot of people.
Screwed over quite a few people.
Yeah.
And also the roster locks from the SPL going out. Snake Skin, Comfrey, a couple of notable names who were roster locked. A couple of people who did get unceremoniously booted off the team, like Fails. What's fair, Fails did.
Fails left of his own accord, didn't he?
Fails left of his own accord. They tried to get the boots catching up to him, but he couldn't. He was already out the door.
Nice.
Shoutouts to Fails, but
wasn't he? He was our guest on week 2, wasn't he?
Those players that couldn't compete in this splits Challenger Cup, I imagine they're going to go on to teams of their own. 2, 3 extra teams coming in to that open bracket tournament, and it's going to be huge. I can't wait to see it.
It's going to be really big. I'm excited for it though. I actually feel like making a team and then playing in a tourney just to see how far we can get.
I did that, kind of. I didn't make a team, but we got like 12th, I don't know. And they just landed.
Nice.
Yeah, with Panface in chat. Panface won.
Panface 1? Is that Panface 1 on Smite?
I'm excited.
Is that PogChamp on Smite?
PogChamp on Twitch.
PogChamp on Twitch. Nice.
No, he's Panface 1 on Twitch. Yeah, it's pretty fun actually, making a team in challenges. I wouldn't say you're probably gonna go far, like we didn't go far.
Nope.
But it's fun, and you learn a lot about snipes.
Yeah.
We should just make an EGL team.
Yeah, we should.
We were gonna do that.
There are 5 casters in
Yeah.
the EGL, so we could theoretically have an EGL team.
We were contemplating like trying to find a way of getting ESL to call us out, and having an ESL versus EGL.
Because it'll be on Xbox, and they'd have the advantage there, because none of us have an Xbox except for Osboss.
Yeah, but we're PC players, which makes us immediately better. That's why all the PC pros are going over to Xbox, because it's easy competition.
That's definitely arguable. That's what Juice tried to do. They said they were like, well, we're like mid-tier PC players, so we're gonna be top-tier Xbox, and they just got like destroyed by loads of Xbox players. Like everyone's like, oh yeah, this is easy, and it's not that easy.
There are
I'd
differences in plays as well, isn't it? Like,
there are differences in place, differences in meta shifts as well. Because tier, for example,
yeah, you can't do a Blink 180.
you can't play tier on Xbox. It's almost impossible. But you can
Just
play him. We
tier.
even saw him played in the EU scene yesterday. You can play him on PC.
Variety played him in the last game. His signature tier.
He was
Okay.
doing well with it. in my opinion.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah, but I don't know if that's good against two majors because you're not going to have that much teamfight presence. It's I don't know. But yeah, Xbox pretty much circle meta, right? You
Yeah.
just get circles and then hope to hit stuff.
nice. Nice.
Well, another thing on the opposite side of the spectrum from tier is Kumbhakana. He's not really that valued on PC, but on Xbox he seems to be very highly valued because that groggy strike is it's a lot easier to hit. The AoE Mez and the knock-up from his ultimate Epic Uppercut, they are very nice in terms of the feel and the way you can use those skills on Xbox. It's gonna be interesting to see how many differences we do see in Leicester, in my opinion.
If I do make it there. Let's just hope I
Actually,
make it there.
You can just watch it on twitch.tv/MikeGame.
I want to be there, Andy.
We've not actually mentioned what time it is. So actually, what time does it start? Because I have no idea.
It starts
Oh.
at 1 o'clock UK time, if I remember correctly.
Okay, so drinks at lunch. Drinks at lunch. Drinks at lunch.
Possibly.
Drinks
Also,
before the
also,
cast,
I'm gonna-
drinks
I'm gonna-
after the cast.
Yeah, man, drinks all the
getting-
time.
I'm
Drinks
getting
at
up
the
early on the Saturday at about 8.
Why?
So I could start the drive up there.
He's got to drive. It takes a while.
Okay.
I'm in Southampton, so it's about 2.5, 3 hour
okay.
drive. And then I'm gonna get there, meet up with a couple of people, have lunch, and then go to the Xbox store.
Can I come too?
Actually, I've got the tickets right here.
Oh,
I've got the tickets
oh
right
yeah,
here.
they got my wife yesterday, didn't they?
It's
Yeah, you're right.
2 p.m., not 1 p.m.
Oh, okay. So lunch, AJ?
Yeah, lunch.
Lunch.
Easy.
So hold on, are we gonna have lunch and dinner?
Potentially, yeah. It's gonna be a cheap lunch.
We were gonna go for a cheeky Nando's.
Yeah, cheeky Nando's with Osmos, because Osmos hasn't had Nando's yet.
I don't get that. How has he not had Nando's?
I don't know.
Like everyone
Lives
in
in
the
the
UK.
UK.
said that.
How do you not have Nando's when you live in the UK?
I don't know. Like
Nando's
he's
is subpar.
it's okay. Their peas are pretty good.
I don't know.
Chili peas.
Alright, so we've basically milked the Challenger Cup dry. That's going to do it for us for the esports news. Be sure to catch up with the ongoing Super Regionals on twitch.tv/SmiteGame. Day 3 starts later today.
Twitter.com/Dandy, please.
It literally starts in 1 minute, AJ.
Okay.
But
We're
I'm
starting-
not saying not on stream. Please do not leave us to go view that because we need the viewers.
So we're moving on to the God discussion for this week, which is going to be Amazon Carb. In recent weeks we discussed Zeus, Shark, and Naja. And now moving on to our Hunter discussion for this block of 5 AMC.
I'd say it's beta.
I
say-
see.
I'd say only Deathbot would play him, and that's saying a lot.
I actually have a Diamond AMC.
I play AMC.
He's good in Joust, isn't he?
He's
Yeah,
top tier in Joust.
He's like SS in Joust.
Like,
I
there
play-
are 3 OP gods in Joust.
3?
Like 3 top
No,
broken
there's more.
ones.
There's more than it's like Hell, Kronos, AMC, Hu Yi.
Hebo, Kali.
No,
Yeah, well,
what? No, Hebo
last-
and Kali.
Kali, man.
No,
Kali's
Hebo,
better.
Hebo is. Solana said so.
Hebo still is. Kali really isn't.
The last time I checked up the tier list, there was 3 gods which are considered like absolutely you cannot let these gods through, or you have to play them if they are through. And then the next few gods in the list were SS. I believe it was Freya, AMC, and Kronos were those 3 gods.
Yeah, that's.
They're pretty strong.
So he's a god that does very well in Joust, not so much in Conquest, so because of some of the limitations
It's
of it.
matchups.
Yeah.
As an ADC, he's great. As a god in Smite, not so much.
So what sort of
junglers exist?
what sort of items are we going to start on him, and what's the core build? It's pretty much the same for enemy
Transcendence.
hunters.
Transcendence tier 2 into Power Boots into Assy or Soul Eater, depending on how you want to play. It's generally like the first kind of core. Yeah, Transcendence is generally a must on him because of his mana usage.
He's very mana intensive in the early game. It's because he has to place hives down constantly.
Yeah.
Alright,
They
so
keep getting broken.
here's a question that causes a lot of debate. Which one do you level first? Or like, which one do you max first?
I level
I'm
this 2.
I max the swarm first, then I max the hives, then I max the honey.
3, 1, 2.
Yeah, I usually go for the swarm as well.
So
Like, I don't see why.
I do it when I'm lazy, but when I'm trying to channel mate in a non-ton, gotta go for the honey.
Mo Honey.
I know in Joust, I've watched Darza play him quite a lot, and he always maxes the hive first in Joust.
It's for health, isn't it? For health regen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
trading, yeah.
The only issue with that in Conquest is everybody's just gonna hit your hive once, and then boom. The fact that you've leveled it up first
Depends
is
where
relevant.
you put them, doesn't it? Like, if you're under your tower, behind your towers, like, it's safe. For a while, anyway.
Yeah, and you should always have like a backup hive. Like, if they destroy that one, you should have one that covers almost the same area as that one.
He's a very interesting god to play, simply because you have to play him correctly, otherwise you're going to get punished severely for it. That's because
That's the thing in Conquest map. The jungler's just...
that's down to his limitations.
Yeah.
His only escape is the extra movement speed he gets from hives. That's it. Without that, he's got no dash, he's got no hard CC outside of his ultimate, which gives a one single target cripple, and a slow on his honey. But gods like Thor, the gods that are in the meta right now, like Thor, Serket, those junglers, they don't care that you're getting they're slowed. They're just gonna dunk down on you or just ambush from over the wall and kill you straight away.
Yep.
Yeah, it's either I die or you die playstyle, which is pretty risky.
You standard fights. It's a bit like Zeus in that regard.
Yeah, except Zeus is better.
Yeah, Zeus is a lot
In
better because
almost everything.
he can just spam his kit and go bye, delete someone.
Not quite as good as he used to be since that's slight nerf, but he's still like top tier.
He's still one of the best mid laners there is.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that.
Well, what sort of gods do you want to be playing AMC into then? What do you say?
Apollo.
Yeah, he
in
counts as
Conquest
Apollo.
Apollo.
Yeah.
Apollo AMC like kind of shits on him, to be honest.
Yeah, Apollo has like 3 bad matchups traditionally. That's Kronos.
Neath will destroy AMC though.
Gods with high wave clear as well. Like you said, Hu Yi and Neath are some of the better ones, I'd say. It's because Hu Yi just doesn't care that AMC has hives. He will still box him. And without the dash to get out the Sunbreaker ultimate, the slows will really hurt him. And he can just win the boxing match. Neath just outclear the wave and then out-sustain AMC in the early game. Who else?
It's more about the route, keeping his positioning, or like keeping him in one position.
Yeah, you probably want to play him when it comes to junglers against a late game jungler like Mercury, so he can survive the early game. Because if you're against Thor, okay, as you said, just die.
Thor's that's not a pleasant matchup.
Yeah, Hunbart as well.
Yeah, that
with
also.
ulti.
You have to play very, very carefully with him. You have to have your support basically in your lane constantly. What sort of supports do we want to pair AMC with?
High peel.
Yeah.
I like Ymir.
Athena Geb.
Athena and Jeb are pretty good choices.
Athena Geb. I do like Ymir in... Like, this is in casuals, not a 5v5 communicative team sense. In casuals, I like pairing up with Ymir simply because he's going to get that freeze off and the wall. I'm going to stinger him. They're crippled. They're in the Shelter of Ice forever and they die. It's a disgusting combo.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's a pretty good...
That's the AMC kill lane potential. But in terms of
AMC survivability, though, you're gonna need a lot of.
You're gonna need a Geb shield. You're gonna need Athena.
Athena taunt.
Khepri revive potentially.
Potentially. I mean, Khepri does have the root. He does have. Actually, no. Khepri's probably a pretty good choice because he's got the damage reduction.
My only thing about Khepri with an AMC though is Kepri's a single target peeler. You can
Mhm.
only peel one person at a time with the abduct. He may be able to hit 2 or 3 people with the root, but that's wishful thinking, really.
Yeah.
Mm. Doesn't happen often.
But the 50% damage reduction on his Rising Dawn at max rank, that could really swing the tide in AMC's favor.
But this arm is a nice thing he has. Like, it really is good for.
He didn't used to have that, did he? That was
No, he
that was a
didn't.
more relatively recent buff, wasn't it? So, I went for so long forgetting he had that. Like, I'd not played AMC in ages, or played against one for ages, and then suddenly I'm like, no. Why can't I basic attack? Oh, I've been disarmed. Oh, I forgot they did that. Yeah.
It was after Bologna was released, they added it.
Yeah. So I'd like to see AMC not have a disarm. I'd like to see him have like this sort of crazed get the bees off me sort of thing, where people are just like stunned and they've got the animation of trying to get the bees off their face.
Or feared, maybe, like
Feared,
away
yeah.
from.
Can you imagine doing the animation for that though? They'd have to animate every god to have like a.
To be fair, just use the fear from Hades.
Oh, they could do, yeah. Just put a little bee animation around them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd work.
I like that. I want to see him do that instead. Because at disarm you can still use abilities, so gods like Neith just don't care. They will use their abilities during the disarm and still win the fight.
You want to notice that Freddy's been quiet for a while?
Oh, I'm here. Don't worry.
He's too busy changing his
Profile
again.
picture.
I actually am. There you
It's
go.
fitting. Like, we need to start doing it. We need to have like a picture in the corner, which changes for every.
Hey, that's a good tie into the next point. Upcoming in the community, it's Paladins.
Yay, boys!
That was a segue just because of someone in our
To be
talk.
fair, the conversation about AMC was running stale.
AMC is he's difficult to talk about anyway. He's like, you don't see him very often.
Yeah.
You see him a lot in Joust if you don't ban him, but other than that, it's
So, yeah,
AMC.
Paladins came out on, what was it, Tuesday?
17th.
Yeah, it came out Tuesday, so it's been out. This is its 3rd day. You can now start leveling up your account by playing through Paladins.
That was today's patch. They've
today's
also they've changed the card drop rate, haven't they?
They changed the card drop rate.
Yeah.
They also lowered the cooldowns on all cards, so common's now at 10-second cooldown. What was it? Rare, epic, legendary then? So rare then goes on to 20 seconds, epic at 30 seconds, and then finally legendary 60 seconds, rather than the legendary being 90 seconds before, which was just ridiculous.
Well, at the moment as well, like if you die, I've got a load of I was playing with the basic decks, and you die and you've lost those cards for like 30-40 seconds. It's nice to see the other ones, the ones that were 30 seconds, like down to 10. That's good.
Yeah.
They also changed. There were some cards which, like on Fernando, were ridiculous. Like the longer this card is active, the more health you gain.
Kindness.
Yeah.
Like that's been changed now, hasn't it?
No, it hasn't.
Has it not? I thought they
Kindness
changed all the time-based cards into a flat rate, into a flat level, flat bonus.
They have not with kindness, no.
Oh, okay.
So kindness wasn't changed. Well, what was changed was Evolve, one of his premier cards. No longer it's at a 100% increase in health. That's only a 75% now, but it's still ridiculous.
It is.
And
Yeah, you get
and
so
in all
much
my
health.
gameplays for Fernando, I haven't got it yet.
Rip.
Fernando.
Fernando.
Like I said, every time I'm playing him, all I hear in the back of my head is some Spanish guitar, like flamenco music. Like,
Nice.
every time he uses it from VGS, I just hear it in a more Spanish accent than it is.
He is
What?
like that type, like Fernando.
He is. He's like his face. He's chiseled. It's like Fernando.
There
Hello.
is a petition to rename Fernando to Federico
Why Federico?
Yeah, why?
because it's Fred's name.
I wouldn't sign
Oh,
that petition.
okay. I got it.
I would sign.
I was
that.
just thinking like he was named Fernando because he's Spanish, and it's kind of like Fernando Martinez from GTA. Hello.
Yeah.
My name is
I didn't
Fernando
know that.
Martinez. Huh?
I didn't know that.
What, Fernando
Name is
Martinez?
Enrico
Yeah.
Montoya.
You can
Killed
want
my father. Prepared to die.
Oh my god.
I can see Hi-Rez though starting to do skins for Paladins soon.
Yep.
and I want to see an Ares skin.
Yeah, I was just thinking that an Ares skin on Fernando.
Yeah.
Because it is essentially Ares.
It is
Yeah.
Ares.
Yeah.
And, like, there's other champions that are pretty much Smite gods. Like,
some of the voice
I don't
packs
even-
as well.
I don't even know what he's called, but, like, the one that has the Kabrakan ulti.
Oh,
He's pretty much Kabrakan.
Oh, I know the one you mean, yeah.
yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
as well. Can't remember his name.
I've not
then-
actually played anyone other than Fernando, so...
Yeah, Buck's basically from Bracket. Fernando is Ares. Cassie is Neath, essentially.
Or Artemis.
Yeah, I'd say it's more Artemis.
She looks like Artemis, at least.
Mm.
Like, looks like Artemis, has the voice pack of Neath. So,
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And then there's Vulcan, the one with the turrets.
Yeah, the one with the turrets is Vulcan. Grok. Who's Grok?
I call him the Shaman.
He's the Shaman, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's like the one that's not really based off a Spike God.
He's like half Ra, half Zeus. I
Like,
don't know.
if I had to give him anything, I would give him the style of Nuwa. You have a stealth, essentially. Like it's an invulnerability ghost walk, but it's basically a stealth. You have a very easy to hit ability in your chain lightning, and yeah, it's just Elo.
Freelo.
Elo.
Yeah, I've only played a couple games. And the only couple games I've played have both been Fernando. So, I was reading some Twitter posts earlier when someone said about reloading. I'm like, what, there are players you have to reload? Like, with Fernando, you just hold left click and flamethrower the entire time.
Yeah,
The other ones, do you need to reload?
Only
for Sky.
only on
it's
Sky.
only-
Okay.
Low-key, yeah. And it's hard if you have the QER keybinds instead of QEF. Because reload's just on R, and you can't rebind it. So
Also there's also one character we haven't talked about, which is everybody's favorite character,
Pip?
Pip.
Hey.
Pip does a lot of damage.
Is he the squirrel midget of the grenade launcher?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, this shows how little I've played of the game.
But you will have faced a Pip. He had one of his cards nerfed as well, Rupture. That goes from 700 damage when you kill an enemy in an explosion to 500 damage in an enemy explosion. It's still a lot of damage, but it's no longer you kill one, you kill them all, like it used to be. He's just still ridiculous in the amount of damage he does. Everybody hates him.
Yep, he is really good.
Isn't that Kelly's favorite character at the moment?
I think so, but it would be typical of Drybear to make everything ridiculously strong.
It's the Dry Bear game. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in the promotional trailer, you could see him smiling. He wasn't happy the fact that Palantir was getting released. He was happy the fact that everyone was going to be crying that everyone was OP. Like, yes, this is my plan all along.
It's like whenever Dry Bear made a god on Smite, you knew it was a Dry Bear god because every skill was just bloated to all hell.
Oh, I'm sorry. You have to have your forehead
Sorry,
showing.
screw Loki. Loki's one is remarkably bloated. It can naff off, and it needs a naff.
If you ever want to do a Drybear impression, you have to have your forehead showing as much as possible.
Hold on. There you go.
There we
God,
go.
that was
Dry head.
Right.
Dry head. Okay.
Uh,
yeah.
Paladins.
Paladins.
Paladins,
It's
boys.
pretty fun.
Limited closed beta right now. Quite a few people out there are still giving out some keys. Make sure you go over there and try it if you can.
If you can. It's a good game.
Yes.
It's a good
If
game.
you can't,
very
you can
good
always
game.
buy the founder. Yeah, the
Yeah,
founders
you can
pack.
buy into the beta by buying the Founders Pack, which is $20.
$20, 16 quid if you're non-American.
And 20
Not bad.
euros, I think, as well.
I think so, yeah.
So the European, actually everyone's being boned by the exchange rate here. The US get the better deal
They do.
by
Yeah.
by miles. Actually, that's a like
Like
what
£3
that should.
is
Well, yeah, but it should be about 13 quid, and it would be about
16
16
Yeah, 16
euros.
euros.
So
Something like
yeah, the US get a better deal, but would you expect it's a game by a US developer? So
Final thing before we move on to the Q&A. We already discussed this already. 28th and 29th of November. Spike World Championships Xbox EU qualifier in Leicester at the Curve. You can get tickets right now. Let's go to... Just have a look on Google for the Curve in Leicester, and I'm sure you'll be able to find some tickets there.
if you just do the, it doesn't show up on the events. You have to click all events because for some reason they're not specifically a competitive event or a sporting event or anything like that, so you have to look for all. But it should appear as like the third or fourth one down, so just go take a look. Also, they are experiencing issues. Both me and AJ have experienced this because the tickets are unreserved. You don't reserve a seat; you just get your ticket to access the event. Do not choose the printing option. Don't choose the print your own option because the system bugs and it doesn't actually send you the attachment on your email. So
Nice.
if you do that, you email them back and they'll first class post you the tickets like they did to us.
I believe that they fixed that.
Have they fixed that?
I believe
Because
that they
that
have.
was a bit of an issue.
Because two people, you and me at the very least, that's two people, emailed them back immediately with that fact. So, and they said it's a bug. They know how to fix it because it's been done before. So they will have obviously fixed it by now.
So if it hasn't been fixed, that's just we just email them back. If it has been fixed, awesome. So there you go.
Okay, so we're finally moving on to the Q&A for our special guests.
The A and Q.
Can I start first, like always?
Yeah, but there is so much BM in these questions, so
Oh
go
no,
for it.
it's not gonna be alright. So, to both of you boys, what is your favorite pizza topping?
I love pesto, and I think I think I'm the only one on this. But I love pesto pizza.
Actually, if you have I kind of like the pesto instead of a tomato sauce.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, pesto with a bit of cheese and some chicken on top. Great. I got your back. Freddy.
I always have chicken, pepperoni, and sweet corn.
Sweet corn.
Sweet corn is so good.
Nah, sweet corn's long, man.
You and me agree on 67% of that.
Okay.
What with chicken and the pepperoni?
Yes.
I'm gonna go with sweet corn.
Alright, nice.
Nah.
And also, like, I'm pretty sure Fred doesn't like me. He just never sends me selfies. So I want to know, Fred, why do you not send me selfies?
People probably know this, probably shouldn't. I've been doing the No Shave November.
On November.
And I don't really feel like taking pictures.
I'm sure that looks great.
It doesn't.
I want to see now. You should send me a selfie.
It looks horrible.
I want to see. Come on, I'll tell you to shave.
It can't be any worse than the guy I have in my office at work whose mustache was after like 20 days. Just like someone had taken some fluff and just glued it on. That's all it was.
So
like...
I do have a question for both of you. What was it that attracted you to Smite at the very beginning?
Well, this was 3 years ago now.
Close beta boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure this is like literally just after it came out of alpha. And I basically just got given a code, and it was a free game, so I wanted to try it, and I played Ra and Arachne, and that was it. And then I quit the game for a year, and well, I didn't make a conscious decision to quit. I just didn't play, and then I found out 3 other friends that I met, they also played it, and the only reason we played it is because we all played it together. That's the only reason I'm still playing. If I didn't find them, I would have quit long ago.
And for me, I don't really remember why. I just thought it was like fun. I don't know. I never played like League of Legends or Dota.
Yeah, me neither.
It was my first MOBA. And I was like, oh, this looks like fun. Got nothing else to do.
My first MOBA as well, this one.
Yeah, same here. I tried to get into LoL, it just didn't work.
Yeah, and I just play like Cupid and Aja every game.
God, not Cupid.
And now my KDA ratios are damn awful because of that.
I played a lot of old Ao Kwong, who is now Kukulkan. Back when I
A
started.
mighty storm.
Yeah, because of A Mighty Storm.
It's gonna be missed, man. It's gonna be missed.
He's now got a mighty sword. But that's just not good enough.
Nope.
I've just linked in chat a reason why I hate Cupid. Because I became a Cupid meme for a short period of time.
You became a Cupid meme.
I became a Cupid meme.
Who came up with that?
Some guys I know in real life. I've still got the account blocked, actually. I wonder what they're talking about now. Okay, we've not tweeted since 2014, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Jesus
Nice.
Yeah, they took a picture of my face, photoshopped it onto Cupid. That's actually a pretty good Photoshop, I'll give them credit for that. But, like, I was not happy.
Wow. That is amazing.
Yeah,
Nice.
I wasn't happy when that happened.
Okay, I'll let Fred answer that question first.
Which one?
Let AJ read it first.
Okay.
Which one?
Do you think looking for mid could have won Challenger Cup if Dandy was on main roster?
It depends what we would be playing.
It would have been me replacing you, so.
Oh, so no. That's it. Obviously, no.
I'm gonna go with. I genuinely think they could have won Worlds if that had happened.
Oh,
That's a bit too much.
Yes.
that is
I've
a bit.
seen you play, Dandy. I've seen you
Are
play.
you kidding me?
You feed every time.
Okay, we could have gone with like you jungle and me support, but I'm
We
pretty
could have
sure
done well with that, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my team hated you, so
Yeah.
that wasn't gonna happen.
Well, I mean, your team had Duckbot on, and Duckbot is like some naughty words that I can't say.
Okay.
Thank you for the sense.
Fred died, so he's back.
Hello.
There you go.
To be fair, we don't have a PG rating on this show.
No, we had Hindu Man on, and that destroyed that rating. like the first two guests we had were like professional and didn't really swear, but he said the occasional like shit. And then like also I'm like, can I say that? We're like, yeah, you can say that. Then the Hindu Man came on, and he was just effing and blinding everywhere.
To be fair, there's too much banter going on when Hindu came on. We had to put a banter warning on
We
the
did,
show.
we did. We also had to apologise for the crap microphones that Hi-Rez had.
Yeah. Who would have thought Hi-Rez would have the bad microphones?
I wasn't expecting it. I honestly wasn't expecting
And then
it.
the next week we had F-Dog come on as well, and it looked like it was going to work that day. So we thought, oh god, we're going to have that same microphone again.
Yeah, and then he was at home, and it's like, oh my god. But then we had another issue so that's two Hi-Rez employees, one week after the other, that had issues with Hindu Man, Mike, and then their internet went, and then he was on his phone, and then he was back on the crap mic, and then F-Dot, he was great, and then we had to like finish the show early because he had to disappear to a casting meeting.
I'm
Ridiculous.
so
Another question.
salty about missing the Hindu Man stream. I was like 5 minutes too late.
That's your problem,
Time
not
really.
That's your problem.
Question from Flair Boots in chat: who wants to go play Paula Deans with him?
Paula Deans?
Okay, I don't think that was a question at the guest, but I think that was just him asking.
It's a question.
Okay,
Okay.
Oh, nice job.
thank you.
Oh, and you got blocked in chat.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Good times.
Nice job, Dandy. Nice job.
Nice,
job.
nice work. You put a link. Don't put a link. Moobot is unforgiving. Right.
What takes no prisoners?
Shall we go to the Reddit questions? Because I'm sure these guys have been wanting these questions
There's
answered.
about 3 questions. They're all
There
really
are a
mean about
few.
me.
There are a few legit questions.
Are there?
I want to hear how, like, I read out the Sogi Sano question to Sushi over TeamSpeak. You should have heard how hard she was laughing.
Wait, so what's it say? So, dFreddyy, as an aspiring memer myself, how would you suggest I improve my memes? Must I ensure all my memes are at their dankest, or does quantity count too? What inspired you to become one of the dankest memers in the scene, and what do you think contributed to your success? It's an honour and a privilege. Insert emoji spam here. A soggy sandal.
I was moved by that question, not gonna lie. I don't even know how to answer that. I put a small answer there. I don't know, it's pretty much like, you just try to have fun. And try and be as offensive as you can without actually being offensive.
There you go. So that's how you become a
Same
dank
function.
memer.
Yeah,
Just
that's how you
use-
should post.
You've always got to remember to have rare peppies as well. So,
Pepe, if you still use Peppies in 2015, you're not funny at all.
the dankest of memes.
Yeah, their market share has gone down.
Oh my god!
Their market share was never a thing.
Oh my
That
god!
was not
I've
funny
just seen the
at
I've just
all.
seen the picture that's been changed to.
Well, thank
That
you.
is terrifying.
The people who are listening to this
it's
aren't
like-
going to know any of the changes that Freddy's been doing this entire show.
It's like John Cena. Like, John Cena's just not funny anymore.
No, it's been overused.
And like
It was
667,
overused when it got posted, like the first
667 was funny for like 2 hours.
And now it's
Yeah,
become...
that
It's
was
been, 6-7's overused now, so...
Yeah, a bit too much.
What else have we got? We got nice. We got nice. Okay.
time. That was me and Fred, actually.
Oh, so it was. Why
my
does
God.
Dandy and your team make you want to F6 at 10?
me and Alex were actually on a team together.
I can answer
And
that
then-
question.
Yeah,
because
I can
had that
too.
with my
I
rank
do
games
argue with
before.
that sometimes.
Well, what's the answer?
It's not fun. You AFK a lot.
I don't AFK! That's a
You
lie.
do AFK,
You
and
AFK a
you
lot.
feed.
Intentionally or unintentionally? Like, I know I just feed just because I suck.
I would say unintentionally. Because he...
I'm gonna do a slightly different question to what King Toad asked.
Oh, yeah,
If you had to pick a way to die, how would you do it? If you had
That's
to
a
choose
lot
your death-
nicer. That's a lot nicer than how Toad said it.
Yeah. if you had to choose your death, how would it be? Because it's sort of interesting to see the mentality of how people.
Such a morbid question.
Being
It's a morbid question.
shot in the head.
What? It's
I don't
overdone.
I don't know.
Quick and instant.
I actually don't know. I guess falling off somewhere high.
What? No.
So you've got time.
No, because
Yeah.
it would probably be a funny experience.
Would it?
Shut the fuck up. You're an
Funny.
idiot.
He gets the adrenaline rush of
Yeah, you
free
get the
falling.
adrenaline rush.
You
and
can
then
still
you
live
die.
from that though. Like you can live.
Then make sure
Well,
you fall.
depends on
because
how
there-
high you're dropping from.
No, there are people who've been in skydiving accidents and lived.
That's because they didn't land face first onto the concrete.
Well, true. They landed on grass usually, but still, like, what the hell?
Yeah,
Why is
the
this?
chair.
Why are we even asking this question? I was just gonna like leave Toad's question at the wayside, burn it, nuke it from
Could
orbit.
have just
But
left it, but nope.
Nope.
AJ had to ask it.
nope.
Nope, Chuck Tester.
Chuck Tester. There's another meme for you guys.
Yeah.
Please don't do that.
To be fair, that meme was so underused when it first came out. Like it didn't
That came out.
When
Yeah,
it came
release
out,
date now.
the meme was released.
Yeah.
It's like the Fenrir
There
next
are
god
patch
meme.
notes for memes that go on.
Patch
To be
notes.
honest, Apple. I'm gonna see if I can get it. Apple came up with a great name after yesterday's performance by who was it, Titan,
Yeah, I know, I've seen it.
What is it?
and then I'm gonna.
It's really
look at
good.
It's gonna get blocked, but
Hey!
Ask
Immediately.
me before you post it. I can give you permission.
Oh my god, dFreddyy, like, what?
right then I'm gonna put it in Skype and you can link it. Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll take a look at it and see if it's.
I fucking tweeted the link.
Oh, did you?
By accident.
Okay. There you go. Here's the link for everyone in chat. There you go.
That's
like
pretty
that.
much everyone in EU because everyone in EU supports Titan.
Do we?
Paradigm.
Oh,
I don't know. I think they won that poll on Twitter. By
Yeah, the
Hindi-
poll
by
was
like
wrong.
8%.
Like paradigm for me here. Sort of.
Paradigm boys.
I don't know,
Although, like, I kind of would support Dig, but that was only when Young Bay was on it. It's like I supported C9, and that was only when Young Bay was on it. I need to do my
Okay,
weekly Young
so-
Bay plug. Of
I
course.
support Dig because of Deku.
Funnily enough, I actually soloed Youngway.
Just the mad name drops coming out now.
Yeah,
Yep.
man. Actually, now that we're saying that, do you know that 3 out of 4 games I've played against Half Devil, I've kicked his ass? Yeah. Suck it, Half Devil. You BM'd me in 3 of those games, you a bitch. Yeah. There we go. That's my BM.
For my name drop,
I'm
when our
channeling
plush,
Toad.
when our plush first came out, I absolutely destroyed Lobster in a mirror matchup.
nice.
He even commented later on Twitch, when we were watching the next round of SPL games, because he recognized my name in chat. Yo, nice hard plush, dude.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Nice.
That's cool. Haven't
That
we,
outfit's
like,
good when they do that.
that's, yeah. There was a couple of times, like, me and AJ have been in a party and we've been into a game, and everyone's like, oh, it's the EGL squad. Like,
Yeah.
wow, that's cool. That's cool. Like, when people just recognize you, that's kind of...
Yeah, it's always
That's kind
nice.
of cool. That's kind of, it's like, hey, it's you guys! Yeah, it is. How you doing? And we're here to feed and suck at the game.
Sometimes people are like, yay, good luck with your casting. I'm like, oh my god, they recognize me in game. I'm like, yay. That actually
Yeah.
instantly makes my day.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's what happens when you're...
Generally, it's people complaining that they have me on their team. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I can vouch for that.
I can imagine. I can imagine that happening.
God.
Okay, then. I'm thinking we've probably reached the end of discussion here. We haven't got any other questions from what I can tell, so I think we're gonna have to call it for this week. Is Freddy still here?
My dog's going crazy.
Oh,
And I
okay, cool.
probably
Okay, so
won't be able-
Freddy does still exist. Okay, so thank you all very much for tuning in to this week's Pantheon Podcast. We've had our guests of dFreddyy. Would you like to market yourself?
I am here. Hello.
Hello. Where can we reach you, sir?
Thank you for having me.
Okay.
It was a pleasure.
Can we reach you anywhere on Twitter? Or...
You can reach me on twitter.com/dFreddyy. I wouldn't advise you to do that, but you can.
I wouldn't advise you to.
No, we're not encouraging you to follow dFreddyy.
It's a dark place.
We've just got to say it because you're our guests. We have to say where can we reach you, and then no one follows you, or they go and block King Toad. Remember, block King Toad 1. Remember
Block King Toad 1.
And we've also had our other guests of Dandy. Where can we reach you, sir?
Twitter.com/dandy, please. If you do follow me, I do recommend muting me, like, immediately, before you actually see any of my tweets. If it's funny enough, it'll get retweeted, but
probably by Sushi.
most of it's just...
Yeah,
awful.
probably by me.
That's what... Sushi will just set up another account, which will just constantly retweet.
Oh, what a Dandy bot.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not going to encourage that. Speaking of Sushi, we have had the lovely Sushi on the show as well. Where can we reach you?
At Twitter. I don't even know. I was going for the whole link again.
SushiNur.
It's just at SushiNur.
There
basically.
we go. And on production this week, saving me from the hell that is production, we have had the wonderful AlphaJackal. Would you like to sell yourself, sir?
Yes, you can find me on Twitter at AlphaJackal. You can also find me on Twitch, AJMB1995. You are here right now if you're listening live as we're recording this. So why don't you just give me that follow? It will really help out. I do appreciate it. Thank
How
you
many
very
followers
much.
are we on now?
On 110.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're going up in the world.
Yeah.
Going up.
I had a huge burst from the first, second, and third weeks of influx of followers, which was nice.
We're gonna have we can lost some after this week.
Wow.
No, I've actually not lost a follower.
No response yet. No, guys. I was expecting.
Oh, I think they're FK.
Okay.
I don't even think they realize.
So what I have to do, I have to PM the guest at least once.
Alright.
Alright,
And-
okay, that's fair.
And
Yeah, where can they find you then?
I've been DarkGuy3. You can find me on Twitter at DarkGuy3, Twitch DarkGuy3, and YouTube at DarkGuy3 Gaming. Next week you can find us on the same channel at 6 p.m. GMT, 7 p.m. CET, 1 p.m. EST, and 10 a.m. PST. There we go.
And I believe with the special guest Panface1, if I'm correct.
I don't think have we got next week's guest sorted?
Yeah, we do.
We do. Who is it?
Wait, who is
Okay, yeah. Okay.
You have to tell me.
Okay. We'll
maybe.
we'll
We'll,
be
I'll think
we'll
about
tell
it.
you after the
We'll
after it goes down.
tweet out the guest as usual on the Tuesday afternoon. I was a little bit slacking this week, so I forgot to do that. So yeah,
Shut
so tune in next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Have a very good evening. Goodbye.